Thank you and welcome. I'm by the name Agri Kevin, and I'm going to talk about global health information. So I'll start from introduction, where the following are the outlines. Then I will go to global related factors, conclusion, and then reference. So in introduction, we are going to see about HIV and AIDS, where we found that human immunodeficiency virus is the retrovirus that weakens the immune system. Immune system of a person, when it weakens, it eventually leads to what we call AIDS, which is acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. So there are several other ways that we want to solve the problem. One of the ways that everyone thinks of is about strengthening the healthcare system. It's a way of addressing global epidemic, but we don't forget the fact that we have to mitigate other determinants as well. Determinants that are such as health determinants such as environment, culture, social, and other economic factors. So before we talk more about globalization, let's see how one can get HIV viruses. First, we see body fluids which contain the viruses. We have the blood, semen, preseminal fluid, rectal fluids, vaginal fluid, and breast milk. How can someone get contaminated with those viruses from those fluids we have talked about? The first thing is sex without condoms, injecting objectives like sub-objectives that they are sharing, during birth and breastfeeding and contaminated blood transfusion. Okay, globalization related factors. Now we are going to look about how those factors and how they affect how they risk health. Number one is international travels. This involves the movement of people from one country to another. They also contribute to the spread of disease, whereby you can find if someone is having a given disease from a certain country and is traveling to meet other person in another country, so it can easily transmit the disease from one country to another. International trades in the exchange of goods and services between countries. This is all about exports and imports of goods from different countries. This also can contribute to the rise of diseases. This is because we are found by there are countries which are exporting goods which have different contents like fat and other content. So it can have an impact because we need those goods so that we can consume them. In the process, we can contradict some diseases. There is also what we call the worldwide communication, the way people connect, share, and relate information across maybe across geographical, political, economic, social, and cultural divides. So to talk more about that, to give an example, let's talk about like HIV and stroke AIDS. HIV first was discovered in San Francisco, where the first person was infected. But if you look now, the cases are all over the world. This means that the movement of people from the United States to other parts of the world contradicted the disease. Therefore, you see how this globalization has made the spread of disease from a certain point like HIV where it was, and now its cases are reported all over the world, mostly like poor countries in Africa. They are mostly affected with the disease. Talking about the case of diabetes, we found that the goods that are brought from different countries, they contain different nutrient contents Some of them will find they contain high fat quantities and so on. So to that extent, we will find that people may contradict the diseases because of consuming those fatty fatty foods which contain high percentage of cholesterol that can contradict the disease like as obesity, which can lead to diabetes. So to move on, this is a graph whereby it's showing us the number of people who have been infected with HIV by region. We have different regions, as you can see here. There are different Southern Asia, North America, and so on. So as you can see, the cases from 1990, they are keeping rising day in, day out to 2017. So to move forward, let's talk about how globalization has changed the method of disease control. So international efforts are underway, as we know, to treat the emerging infectious disease. We have international control plans, which is now involving universities, non-governmental organizations, without forgetting the fact that the sovereign countries are acting like primary actor in the process of reducing the diseases. So let's talk, see how they have changed. We see the introduction of travel restrictions. So there is a way they restricted people from moving to certain areas which are affected so that they can't contradict the diseases. We have talked about vaccination or immunization provided before you travel, like we see like those countries which are prone to yellow fever. We found that before you travel from that place to another country, you have to get yellow fever injection. We also have screening and health check at the airport and borders to ensure that the diseases are not moving from one place to another. They are different ways that or different mechanisms that have been put in place whereby people are screened at the airport or in the border before closing. In conclusion, we found that globalization has impact on health of a given people. As we have seen that if people are able to move from one place to another in maybe socialize, get worldwide communication and so on, it has impact on their health because you can find they can contradict diseases. We have seen globalization has also changed in method of controlling disease, whereby, as we have seen, there are so many ways that have been put in place to cope up with the infectious disease that is growing. We found that every World Health Organization, private sectors, NGOs, they are now putting new strategies to avoid the spread of diseases, maybe by synthesizing, creating awareness, and also conducting seminars, and also through mass media and other ways they are using in order to help the people to get information about those diseases and their control. This is where the information was retrieved from to make this presentation. Thank you for having time with me. I hope the information is going to impact us post-free. Thank you very much.